There we go. We're on. Coming through some. Oh, no, that's a fish. There's some fry swimming around in that little bed. Yeah, I just got smacked out there. Yeah, there's a better view of that. All right, we are back. This RLDL Bladed Bait Challenge. We're gonna hit it again today and see if we have any better luck and finally can get on the board. So let's do it. We're gonna go all the way over to that west side over there. That is generally where they start staging for pre-spawn, and that's usually the area they spawn at. So the clouds are just now rolling in, so hopefully that actually will help us having a little bit of overcast. All right, so I think I made it to my first spot. It's not quite as far south as I was going to originally start, but I kind of like the look of this spot here. There's some structure out there. It drops off 20 yards or so past where we can see. So I'm going to just try here. This is the RLDL Bladed Bait Challenge. It's an online tournament that I got into, strictly the use of blade baits. So by blade baits, we are talking your chatterbaits, your buzzbaits, your spinnerbaits, underspins, anything that's got a blade to it is fair game. So tonight we are going to start out with a chatterbait. You can definitely tell where the drop off is. So yeah, so I'm going to throw this around a few more times here and then maybe switch up to a spinnerbait for a couple times, and then we'll keep moving on down. It's a very calm evening out here actually, so it's kind of nice. Little enough breeze that it's going to help with spinnerbaits. We're going to switch it up to the spinnerbait right now. All right, there we go. Let it sink a couple seconds. Just a slow retrieve in. A little bit of grass on that one. That sure felt like a bite there. It's like a quick little strike at it. I may have to get my sweatshirt on sooner than I was expecting. We are going to move on down to a new spot. Up here in Michigan yet, the bass have not started spawning. We have just recently started warming up to where it's actually going to warm up the water to get them moving and active. They are in their pre-spawn stage where they are starting to come up a little bit closer, getting some of these drop-offs, secondary points. See what this spot has to offer us. Start out with the chatterbait, throw that around for a few minutes, go over to the spinnerbait, and then I also have a paddletail on a underspin jig head. We'll give that a throw as well. So the chatterbait I am using, this is a Z-Man Elite Evo. This is their green pumpkin. And then this is a 1/2 ounce. And then on the trailer, I have a Tactical Fishing Company MRE. This is the bold gill color. These are actually my favorite chatterbait trailers. Check those out. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I highly recommend them. Those MRE swim baits have such a great movement on them. They work just flawlessly as a chatterbait trailer. You know what I love coming out to this spot more specifically than just the fishing is just how, awesome the view is around here. When you stand here and just kind of have time to reflect and think, to be able to stand here and talk with God and just have an open conversation with nobody around in his creations. It's actually what I really needed from these last couple days being, to be honest, people are pretty stressful. So it's nice to be able to come out here and just be able to pray, talk with the Lord about my troubles. And if you're a believer, or even if you're not, and just looking for some solstice, try to come out and get to a lake or a river and just find the peace and beauty of being out here in God's creations, and just open yourself up to have a conversation with him. All right, it is time to switch to the spinnerbait for a little bit. Then I think I am going to throw that jig head around at underspin. So this spinnerbait that I have is a War Eagle Tandem. 1/2 ounce. I like that it's got the Colorado and the willow. The willow has a little bit of a prism reflection to it, which is really nice. So yeah, if you're interested in something like that, check out lurenet.com. And at checkout, use the code SRFISH15 and you'll save yourself 15% on your order. We're just going to slow roll the spinnerbait here. Coming through some... Oh, no, that's a fish. Oh. Well, that was my own stupid fault there, people. I thought I was coming through grass, but I was actually hooked up to a fish. Oh. So I actually didn't set the hook. So he came up as soon as he jumped. All right, well, that makes me feel better. At least we got something on the hook here. Wasn't a big one. It looked to be maybe about 14 inches or so. Not terribly large. That's also a problem. The drag was pretty loose on that too. No wonder. It was a calamity of error, folks. Oh, I thought for sure that was a bite. It was just coming through that drop off in the weeds there. Dang. That felt like a big old munch on there. All right, all right. This also goes back to what myself and a lot of other people like to echo. Hook sets are free. Don't feel bad about ever going with a hook set. When in doubt, set the hook. As a good friend of mine says, give them America. I'm going to throw this around a couple more times. I might switch over to that underspin. You can actually see here, I think the camera's going to pick them up. You can actually see some beds that I'm pretty sure are fairly new. There's one right here on the opposite side of this log. One right there. And there's 3 of them that I can see right over there. I'm pretty sure that was a short strike bite. I think they're just out there toying with me right now. There we go. Are we still on them? Nope. Dang it. That was a bite for sure. It started pulling some drag a little bit. Okay, we're going to switch to the underspin for a couple tries. And then we'll keep moving down. All right, so this is the underspin I have going. This is a Berkeley Fusion. I believe this is a 3/8 inch, or excuse me, a 3/8 ounce underspin. And this is a fish bum Raddletail swim bait. This is the black shad color. If you've never heard of the fish bum Raddletails, check them out. I have a link in the description that you can use to check them out. They are a fantastic little swim bait. They have a built-in rattle, a jointed tail that gives it amazing action in the water. These are a bass and walleye magnet. Oh, geez, that drag is not even set on that. Goodness gracious. It's better. All right, I want to keep moving here before I start losing daylight, and I haven't made it that far around this lake yet, so. All right, I really like the look of this area here. Because right in front of us here, we have some structure that is actually submerged. Whether they're going to be up this far or not yet is the next question, with the water still being colder. But yeah, you don't know unless you try it. So my only goal is to not get snagged. We're on. Stay pinned. Get away from that. Come on. There we go. There we go. That, my friends, is our first bass of 2026. Had a good hook set on him there. Yeah. There we go. Our first bass of 2026. All right, buddy. Thank you for biting. We're going to let you go. Other way, dude. And there he goes. Sweet. Well, that was cool. First bass of the year. We're going to jump back in, see if we can land ourselves another one. Over on the log there, there's a little mallard duck friend. Oh, he's over there talking now. There goes our duck friend. He finally got scared away. Hey, look at this. Somewhere to put down my stuff. So we moved down about 30 yards here. We'll pick up where we left off here. So I'll show you what I have going on here. This is a St. Croix Premier. This is a medium heavy moderate. And then paired with it, I have an SLX DC. I believe this is 8:2 to 1 ratio. So it's a little bit faster. I reel a little bit slower with it, but I like to have a faster reel than a slower reel. You can manipulate a faster reel. You cannot on a slower reel. But this rod is generally specifically for chatterbait fishing. It's got great feel to it. I like the moderate action on it. Uh-oh. We caught the elusive tree pounder. It is really calmed down out here as far as there's like no breeze anymore at all. All right, we're going to do one more cast with a spinnerbait, and we'll keep moving down. All right, we're going to keep moving. So like I said, this is one of my favorite spots to go to. This is like it's a 300 and some odd acre lake. So it's great to just kind of walk around. I mean, it's wide open around here, so you can make your way around the entire lake. Usually I can get myself around here in between 3 to 4 hours, depending on how much I'm actually moving and not staying in one spot too long. Yeah, and since that wind died down too, it's not as cool anymore. I don't feel like I need my sweatshirt on. There's some more beds here, small beds here too, right out in front of me here. It's like the clouds are starting to lessen as well. All right, one more time out here. There's some salad. I think it's getting close to be about 8 o'clock or so. So that means we got about another half hour-ish of daylight. So I'm going to go a little bit farther around than I have been right now. Just because I still have a long way to go to get back to my vehicle. And I'm actually seeing a lot of beds. And I'm seeing some fry in there. I don't know. Let's see if my camera can pick this up here. Within that hole. Oh yeah, we can see them just a little bit. There is some fry swimming around in that little bed. Very cool. Ooh, I'm liking the look of this right here though. Look at that sky there. Just awesome. Like I said, being out here really makes you appreciate God's creations and just how awesome he is. Yeah, this has been extremely helpful, like I said, after the past couple days. Got another one. There we go. There's another one. Good hook set right in the top of the mouth. All right, one last look. Let him go. See you later, buddy. Cool. Number 2 tonight. We'll keep rolling. All right, let's get back out there. See if we can get number 3. So this tournament, the RLDL Bladed Bait Challenge, it is your longest 3 bass. So we're almost at our bag limit, which is good. I just wanted to at least get a bag going. And we can work from there to improve. Look at that sunset. Isn't that awesome? How glorious that is. I'm gonna have to stop and take a picture of that real quick. Yeah, there's a better view of that. I think that calls for a selfie also. All right, here we go. Back to fishing. There we go. A feisty little guy. There we go. There's number 3. Got him just below the eye. I'm gonna try to be careful with him. Here we go. There's a look at him. There we go. That's number 3. There's our bag. All right, one more look at him. Nice fish, healthy fish. We're gonna put him back. Thanks for biting, buddy. Appreciate it. We gotta keep moving before I lose my daylight here. And I'm all twisted up here. There we go. That last one, I thought, at first I thought it was a stick that I was dragging in. Okay, now that the sun's going down, it is starting to get a little chillier. Give this spot right here a try. I'm trying to rinse off my bump board here. There we go. So we got the winds blowing right in our face at the moment too. This is coming directly out of the west. Keep on moving here. I got a little ways to go yet. Boy, this water is so high. It's crazy seeing it like this. here. See if we can upgrade a couple of these here. Or at least one of them. Alright, onward we go. Alright, so with that, I think I'm going to call that a night. So it was a successful night. We got our bag for the RLDL challenge. That's a good thing. So I think, I'm trying to remember back, I honestly didn't pay too much attention to it. I think that first one was about 15 inches. And then the last two were right around 16 and a half. I know they're both over 16. I'll be able to get those submitted up onto our tournament page, and we'll see where that takes us. Still have 1 week to go in the tournament, so there's still opportunities and chances to improve it. So yeah, looking forward to it. I'm just glad we got our 3 limit for our bag. I thank everyone for tuning in and watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you check out my last video as well. And as always, like and subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. Everyone take care. God bless. And we will see you in the next adventure.